What's going on, everybody? Captain RoBear and crew here for Spelljammer Light of Xaryxis, episode 11.
Hell yeah.
Pew pew.
Level 9.
Heroes are back.
It doesn't feel like we've done 11 episodes of this. That's how you know it's good.
I'll be honest, I feel a lot better each day after Thanksgiving from eating that much. Just a little bit better than the next. Ugh. I was in a Hurt Locker on Friday.
You're still not eating all the leftovers day after day?
There were a couple of Sigma News that were working retail over the break. So we ran these 4 or 5 guys a literal feast of most of our leftovers. I kept one side of my fried breast, and then like there was so much. I got like one piece of pumpkin pie left.
Oh my god!
I did not eat any pie this year.
Oof.
It was all savory for me.
I had a Thanksgiving on Thursday, had one Friday, had one Saturday. So much food.
I think I'm down to one leftover. One leftover helping left at this point in my fridge for 3 people eating on it since Thursday.
And then we made steak tonight. So.
Oh, dude, I had to get a cheeseburger today. I had to. The first thing I did, I was like, dude, I gotta eat some beef, dude.
We had 18 people this year.
Woo! Woo! That's a lot of people for dinner.
Yeah, well, they were here for a whole week too. Everyone went home, and my social battery is done.
Yep. Don't blame me on that one. I didn't even go, man, this is the first year I didn't even go out on the night before Thanksgiving. I didn't go out a single night of the weekend. I was absent. But dude, the sleep was so good. Oh. Uninterrupted sleep over the weekend. That was the shit. And every day I'd wake up and there would be World Cup scores I could turn on. And then Saturday was like, oh, World Cup into football. This is great. It was pretty luxurious. Not gonna lie. Just to let everybody know, Quirky's feeling under the weather from the holidays. She's not able to join us tonight. But there will be a wild Hyroa that pops in at some point in time. Depends on when he transitions from cocked gun ring versus free ring. Anybody got any announcements they want to let folks know about going into this week?
I don't think so.
I'll shout it out over here. We got one more spot essentially available in our New World adventuring party now that Black Ops has joined up. So if someone else wants to play DPS on Jonas, mods, mutuals, now's the time to speak for that slot. We're there. We're getting to that point. And you don't even have DPS. You don't even have real responsibilities. Like,
Right.
No, just don't get hit and do all the hitting. I haven't been DPS on an MMO in a long time. I've been healing for so long. I don't even know if
I've never even
being responsible.
I've never even done it. I don't know what that's like. Well, if I did not love being a meter maid, then I would certainly not do it. But I am enjoying the shit out of that game. It has consumed me as of late. We also got back, if anybody is playing Monster Hunter on PC, we got it's 50% off on Steam right now with it and the expansion of Rise, and it was damn good on Switch, and I'm enjoying my 60 FPS and above on PC and on my Steam Deck. So we're going down that rabbit hole. That shit bit radio hard. I was not expecting him because I tried to get them in the world and it was not Like it was not their thing, but I'm telling you, Rise is like that perfect blend. Like, because even for me with World, I'd be like, I feel like I'm laying here for about 20 minutes in between shots. I don't know if I like this or not. You get up quick enough in Rise, and you got that extra mobility in it. There's like, okay, I like this.
I'm using a great sword in Rise just because there is more mobility.
Hell yeah! I need to get your. No, actually, I do. I think you're one of the few people I do have Steam. I have a very short Steam list.
We've played Destiny together. That's why.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
You know, holidays, I get time to game. That's where it be at, yo.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'll let everybody know I'm making the schedule tomorrow of what the holidays are going to look like for all the different shows as they wrap up, because Eberron is going to wrap to a stop point, not necessarily the end of that campaign, but we're going to bring it to an end arc, and it will be replaced by new shows coming into the new year. Meteorian Core will just wrap for the holidays. That's going to be still ongoing, but Baldur's Gate is going to end this month. So buckle your seatbelts. You only got a couple episodes of it left before it is gone. Put a bow on it. So I will let everybody know what that schedule looks like, because my day will be a living hell trying to figure out when people are leaving, going, coming, doing whatever the fuck they're at. I will say Dragonlance is going to appear in some fashion, whether it is a short campaign or whether it is a long one. We will be playing it because they sent me all the nice, lovely materials. So
hell yeah.
That will be in some form. We will be playing it on the channel. And then I'll wait for the other details to come out. We need to pick up where we left off. Thank God for your game, so we can get some D&D in. Everybody else is like sick. They're tired. They're weathered. You guys are ready to go. Give me life.
Yeah.
Picking back up on the Rock of Brawl with the newly named Rocks of Brawl. Up against unsurmountable odds, you guys have been able to handle these astral elves that have picked a beef with the planet of Faltura, and in doing so, fucked with your port call and made a beef with a handful of Spelljammer Academy members. As you guys have escorted and saved over 50 lives by bringing a ship from Faltura all the way here. Meeting up with a contact in Sigrun and Commander Crux to find out more information about your situation in the planet of Faltura. You discovered that you have all been under surveillance for some time, having to make your way and your exit out of the Rock of Brawl. You guys encountered astral elves and their machinations, hunting down their old ship, almost losing it because you didn't use a club on the Spelljammer handle. You guys were able to go balls to the wall, full on combat, clearing the backside using some ancient weapons of the past. And you guys defended the port at Rock of Brawl. We pick up in the scenes afterwards, cleaning out the bodies and literal refuse left from a full-on Western shootout in the front of this port. As it said before, the folks inside of the Rock of Brawl, and especially the port, largely celebratory. As you've looked back, you definitely feel a sense of camaraderie, even if this may have been a lawless fight. It seems that you have the support of at least the people in the port. huddled up and checking on everyone's condition as the last astral elf was fallen. You have control of the Dark Star again. So is the second wind secured over in its spot. The living ship of Commander Crux. You guys did one hell of a job out there. One hell of a job. Hell or high water, they were gonna chase us on the second wind, and now we don't have to be running. I'm sure you want to take your time to get your affairs in order. Well, we celebrate tonight on the second wind. You'll be able to find me there.
Break. Huh. We haven't been able to take a break since we graduated.
Speak
The
for
one
you.
time we were.
Speak for yourself.
Pepper, it's been 30 seconds. How did you find alcohol already?
It's not. It's when I missed him when I tried to shock, I hit my own stomach.
Oh. I'm sorry, Madam Pepper. I didn't mean to assume.
Oh, Jesus, Lathander Christ. Someone get that monkey a blanket or a tarp. Yes, a tarp, please. It's cover the shame.
Heinrich looking disgusted at all the vomit. He just walks over. I'm gonna go help move some bodies off the port. As you can see, he gets disgusted by the sight of vomit, so he's just transferring astral elf bodies off to the side, kicking some off the port itself, watching them fly off into space.
You do, you strapping young boys. Come here, please. Come.
Zoltan is going to hail down some members of the Port Authority.
This is precious cargo. Lead it up over there to the life ship. Cradle it in some of those branches. It likes that.
It just crinkles back and forth. Thank you. It talks.
Yes, don't talk back to it. Please. For your own safety.
They march this crinkly tarp monkey back across over, laid down into a comfortable environment of netting and branches. Pepper settles in.
You tried to do that thing twice and it never worked. I didn't know that it shocked the monkey. Be more careful with that. Speaking of, where is the lightning djinn? He showed us new moves. Was sneakier than I thought.
Heinrich looks down and he sees on the end of Maddie, the ring is sparkling. I believe he's resting right now. Should I call him?
Yes, he needs to get the hell out of here whenever he's ready. What do you think you can just run after doing a lightning show like that? He damn near saved us. It was like Witchbolt, but stronger. I'm intrigued.
Raise Maddie to the sky, and he pulls the trigger for that same flare to go off, and this time nothing goes off. I guess he's taking a break right now.
Needs to recharge his batteries.
I Master Dex.
Yeah, he He was taking some damage from them elves.
And you. Don't you have a death wish?
I've been in stickier situations.
No. I've worked with people in stickier situations. Their name was Ragnar. You were almost as sticky as Ragnar. Slightly more prepared, one could say. Same penchant for death, but slightly more prepared.
I would dare say, Zoltan, the only thing that Ragnar had sticky was his feet, because his ankles couldn't keep up with him. They would just snap and fall over.
Like a turtle fighting from his own back. Well, you did good enough. You're alive. Congratulations.
Yes, Master Sigrin, I must say. That display, whenever I saw someone of your frail, tiny, small, not gift nature go up in the fray, I thought you were sacrificing yourself. But that maneuver where there was multiple of you, I was very impressed. Most impressive indeed, Master Sigrin. You have earned my respect.
Well, I appreciate that. You all have interesting abilities as well. And useful abilities. You all fought well. Dax, I don't know how you do it being your size. You're quite good on a cannon.
One thing I can handle is the cannon. A lot of experience on the cannons in my past life.
Speaking of
Experience can
cannons,
help you out on
Master
the dance
Dex,
floor, though.
Master Cole, I was about to say the same thing. You might be able to go find that female bugbear you were dancing with and show her your own cannon.
I think I see her peeking out the window of the tavern.
No, that's actually just a very disgusting curtain that's never been cleaned before. You can tell by the outer fringes of it.
For all I know, that could be raging.
Richard doesn't look it.
Just trying to trick me again.
You can't go through your life living it like that, Dax. You'll find love on the dance floor again. But needless to say, I don't feel like walking into any bars where there's significant room where someone can shoot me in the back. While we may have won the war today, we need to prepare for the battle tomorrow. We have a bunch of pissed off elves. Even worse, astral elves. Think they're so much better than everyone else. Wheeling around here. Oh, because we took away the ship. They threatened us.
What now? We took the ship twice now.
Yes,
Maybe
fuck
they'll get the
them.
hint this time. It's ours now. Maybe they'll get the hint.
We'll get a new license for it. We'll change the plates.
Get a new paint job. That's a good idea.
I don't know.
Spiders on the
I'm not
side.
volunteering myself to paint. I can tell you this.
Heinrich even looks over at Dex. Master Dex, as soon as you turn around, you see this glass bottle hurling at you, but nice toss. I think the only reason we lost it last time is because it wasn't properly christened. It is your ship.
It's gonna walk up to the front with the bottle and go ahead and smash it right on the bow of the ship.
Huzzah!
Maybe this time we'll have better luck. And I'll make sure I lock it up next time we leave it.
Use the club. That's what it's there for.
No.
They're Cole. That's some interesting music you play. Where'd did you learn it?
Pick it up from here and there as you go. It's a art form more than it's a true song. You just kind of play from your heart, or what resembles a heart. It's to be honest, I found it in a closet, and I'm really trying to figure that out still. And I know it's not great sometimes, and I know it kind of hurts the ears, because, well, yeah. Here's the thing. This beard, I tuck a little bit into my ears just so that way I don't have to hear it myself.
Smart.
Good idea.
Smart.
This makes so much more sense now.
I want to get better.
You do a fine job.
It's better than when I first started learning. I just hit him randomly, and now I kind of like sometimes like if I hold it like this, and he'll just let out just a cat screech. It's almost, and he'll change his fingers a little bit more, and it gets a little worse. Oh, okay. Well, my dad said I could raise the dead with it. And, the spirits kind of come alive when I play, so I guess it works the way it's supposed to for me.
You get used to it.
Yeah. No, you don't. No one really has. I had a crew one time, and I think they kind of left me on a rock just because of this. So, it's I don't want to be left
Can you
behind
really
again.
blame them?
Hey now. No one's left you behind, even with your little locust swarm and your
You don't
jacket.
know anything about me, Cold Cash.
Hey, Heinrich.
Really?
That'd be quite the story. I think I'd like to hear that sometime.
Yes, Master Dax.
Give that gun another shot. Bang it around a little. Try and get him out here.
You see, this time, Heinrich take the ashes out of his pipe and dump it with the powder in Maddie. And he blows on it, and the cherry flares a little bit. He points it back into the sky, and this time he pulls the trigger, and a lightning flare shoots up to the sky.
Look whose batteries have been charged.
He crashes back down. Hey! Whew!
Young
That's
Master Rajan.
Howdy, y'all.
They're raging.
Sorry for the quick exit there, gentlemen.
That was awful
Ladies.
quick.
Yeah, I'm getting better at this. It's, still new to me, but
Got a fast charger in there.
no, it's a turbocharger. But I feel stronger.
Those things, they don't even come with chargers anymore. That's what's incredible about it.
Oh no, you gotta go buy it. And then you gotta buy a dongle to plug the charger in.
Are we sure he doesn't just wear a pair of wool socks and that's carpeted inside?
Don't look at you.
Very old-fashioned to be Cole.
Oh, you got to learn to knit first before you can play an instrument. That's what my gran always said.
And what?
I don't know. She was a door seamstress. They don't really get around that much. You always hear about the metal workers. The gran, she was really into knitting.
Bless your heart, Cole. It's an absolute Christmas miracle that you've joined us in the academy and gotten this far. Truly.
Well, when you get kind of left on the academy doorstep and told to go inside, you just kind of do it.
Left. Eh,
Goodness, y'all reminded me. Master Agent, can you walk over here, please?
Sure. What's up, bud?
He looks at the patch that he took off of his uniform and put on your shoulder. You did get your field commission. There are still some protocols you have to do. As he pulls out, being the nerd he is, the SOPs for being a Spelljammer, and he hands it over to Master Ragen to study, since he is truly a member of the Spelljammers.
Oh, he's gonna start looking at it. Oh, well, next time I have some downtime, I'll give these a once over. And you're just gonna see him kind of snap his fingers, and they're just gonna poof out of the way into the ring.
Oh, please do enjoy. The rules are quite riveting, as he says with a smile on his face.
Yes, sir.
Oh, carry on. Enjoy some R&R.
I mean, that's where I just was. Didn't you guys take a nap? That's what I did. I felt like I slept for a day and a half in there.
It was 2 minutes, Master Ragen.
Time works differently on the inside, I think.
Come, all of you, to the deck of the second wind.
I haven't seen this ship in an age.
Is this ship alive? It's marvelous looking.
Ragen, just notice that branch up there, you see that dark shape?
Uh-huh.
Don't walk under that. That's Pepper, and she's feeling sick. So just don't walk under that section there.
Yes, she has been vomiting.
And I have seen her vomit and cause an elf to melt. So I would just be aware that's not a good spot.
Noted. Did we try giving her some rum or something to make her feel better?
No, she used shocking grasp on her stomach when she failed miserably multiple times.
Okay.
Got it right
Stay
in
away from
here.
Drunk monkey vomiting.
That's
possible
good.
acid.
Hey, if anybody needs to dry out, okay?
It was less drunk monkey and more shock the monkey.
Yes.
Noted. I hope that wasn't my doing.
No,
No.
it's more Peter Gabriel than you, so it's fine.
Self-induced.
As Heinrich steps onto the second wind, he was excited to see a ship he hasn't seen in years. And as he steps on, it's almost as the living ship has changed, as he cannot recognize anything or remember where anything is. I don't remember a tree being there. I remember trees being here, but not that one. Oh my. Well, I apologize, team. I can't give you a tour because I have no memory of this place.
The sails full of patchworks and mended canvas. The whole seemingly barely held together by thick vines that bind it like rope. Full-grown tree sprouts from all the way in the back and the aft deck. Overall, its shape very similar to a flying fish, but one that has grown and maintained this biological life on it, refilling its own oxygen bubble naturally. The ship swells, inhaling and exhaling as if it were a large creature, but on a much, much slower timeline spread out almost over a minute.
This is a beautiful piece of work. I'll have to remind the Commodore. He always did have good taste.
No, Heinrich, it's a bunch of hippie bullshit, is what it is. All of a sudden, you don't want to maintain your ship anymore. You just start letting shit grow all over it. This is an unmaintenanced, absolute waiting disaster. Call it how it is.
But Zoltan, you being our young green and little green friend after all, think of all the places you could hide and listen to conversations without being seen.
Listen here, Space Hippo. I can make jokes about you wanting to wallow in the trough back with your people all day. But just because I am a dry crane does not mean that I want to hide in the trees like some common insectoid.
And then Heinrich looks at him and smiles. If you don't want to hear people's secrets, then I understand.
I can hear
He
the
walks
secrets
away.
just fine.
And as he walks away, kind of stomping, and drinking games in the trough has been a fun game ever since I was a young gif.
You guys piss and shit in your mouths in the same pool. That's disgusting.
I have one dick that works. You have two that don't.
You don't know that.
Well, that's why you had the sweatpants.
Yes.
But do you smell the air on this ship? This is the freshest smelling ship I've smelled in ever. This makes me think of forests.
It is true. It is the first time that I have not been able to smell pepper, and that is fantastic.
Or Dax, for that matter.
You get used to Dax. It's more of a wet blanket kind of smell. Farmhouse, one could say.
This is more new pine. I feel like we've gone through a ship wash.
Like a trip down Bed Bath & Beyond. Backwards.
I've always seen this ship in passing. Never been on it, though. It's the first time.
Oh, really? Always done your dealings off port, have you? You have a ship of your own, Secret, or?
Nah, not on my own. I was always traveling with Captain Elena till we parted ways.
About that. Were you, first mate?
I was, yes.
You know you were replaced by a flump.
Named after pancakes.
Sir Flapjack. He was a good guy.
He was.
It looked like at
Yes,
least
he was.
Flapjack was found a way to satisfy her.
He got replaced by waffles.
What happened to
Another
Sir
breakfast
Flapjack?
group. Sir Flapjack, first of his name. He didn't make it. Just like our other friend. I'm already forgetting his name. The Astral Dragon Rider. What was his name? Rutro Raggy.
I've heard Sausage Biscuit. That's the only name I've heard.
Give him a nickname. I don't even know what they called him. Sausage Biscuit.
And Bad Ankles.
Yeah, he was awful. But he did sacrifice himself. In the end, he was an honorable man that was lacking the talent. to get the job done. We did. He's in a better place now.
Well,
Yes. In a million
Do you-
pieces after Master Dax destroyed him.
you all saved Rocker Brawl. So cheers to you all, and cheers to Ragnan for saving you guys.
I would say that we saved the rock and roll, but we made quite an exit without having to exit. Oh, cheers to that.
It is nice to know that we're not being chased by that Dark Star right now.
Don't get it twisted. You think they're gonna stop trying after the second event?
Absolutely not.
Our days are still numbered here.
I do have to know, how do you guys have the balls to try to steal the Dark Star?
Really more ignorance, actually. More ignorance than balls, but then lots of balls. That's Dax's specialty.
Okay. That's
They started the fight, then, we just ended it.
When you tell Pepper, hey, Pepper, let's do something, things kind of happened. And then Dax jumped on board and marked it, and this was just kind of ours at that point.
Master Seagrin, if you think telling Pepper to do something, she's gonna do it. Tell her not to do something, she'll definitely do it.
This is how I see it, Sigrid. Whatever happened back on Fortura? Exploding fucking crystalline vines, harvesting the Earth's core. You're kind of a piece of shit if you're hovering in wild space, waiting for people to flee.
I tend to agree.
So fuck 'em. Not to mention that we had 50 perfectly able and willing concepts that could have joined my army, but we did the right thing and we turned them over here. Now you have 50 more mouths to feed. Hopefully they have skills. Voltura's not really known for its skills past making a drink. Even then, it's suspect if you order Jack and Coke. Ask our... And never mind, he didn't make it. Maybe it was because those Jack and Coke. I never got there.
Oh, he's a man of fine taste, I see, though.
Better in whiskey than finer, definitely.
But I'm sure the 50 people you saved will find some kind of work.
No doubt at least indentured servitude until they can get off this rock. Right, Heinrich? How long did you have to work here before you left?
Heinrich just gives Zoltan the "Are you kidding me?" upset dad look.
What? What, you just joined? That's how you got away from this place? Lined up, left foot, right foot.
It is an honor and a privilege to serve in the Royal Navy if you are born a gift. Some say we were born with rifles in our hands from birth itself.
You thought it was a rifle, though.
Yeah, it's big enough to look like a rifle. It's got something to say about it.
Can you imagine being so insufferable that you spent your time in the Royal Navy and had to go and join the rest of us at this Spelljammer Academy? Things you have to do to be able to get to wild space these days.
Gif have a love for the stars, as we are from the stars. Look at Commander Crux. He retired, and he still became a mercenary.
In fucking indeed. It's in our blood. You can't get away from it. How's your,
Commander, thank you for joining us.
Commander Crux pushes some of the vines and steps up topside. We do have a lot to talk about.
I'm glad we have time to do it. But I can show you some rooms where you can get a bit of rest. Probably something you've been looking forward to.
Aye. That'd be nice. Y'all ready to rest?
I could use a good shower.
We would agree, Master Dax. Preferably with soap this time.
Aye. Go ahead and follow me.
I would hear more stories before he slumber.
You can stay up all you want when he hears stories. I'm watching this crusty-ass carapace, and I'm grabbing a nap.
I've noticed you're started to molt as well, Zoltan.
Not melting! Don't know anything about melting.
You're... As he sees parts of the carapace shedding off into the ground. You're absolutely correct, Zoltan. I must have been mistaken.
Yes, that's where that fucker sliced and diced me. That's not melting. You'll find plenty of suitable beds down here. Take your pick. It's not like I got a crew running this thing anymore. Except for, middle room, that one's, I got that one rented out to an old friend.
Heinrich looks over. Anyone I would know, Commander?
Yeah, he might. Roll a history check with advantage. Nat 20 in the house, baby. Let's go.
Probably a pretty good history check.
Well,
I like how your history is a -1.
Yeah, I know. You got the unnatural 19.
It's Fellardra. She's still around. Technically, she has the lease on the second wind for another 100 days.
You see him tilt his head. Lease? Have you been betting again, Commodore?
It's not been the betting, it's been a lack of work, really.
Understood. I meant no offense.
You remember
Girl
Fellardra to have been a tiefling member of Commander Crux's crew, one of the first mercenaries of him to work with, and one of the craftiest.
Villadra, that is a name I have not heard in a while. Sultan, I don't know if you've met her or not, but you'll like her.
And the old first mate's still around too, but obviously not first mating for me. Flinch is in the room as well.
Villadra and Flinch as well. Wow, this makes me feel like a young Gif again. But you know how it is, Commodore. Now I'm trying to train up these young masters. Train them to take your position. That's what you always taught me.
Mr. Flinch is a A to Z,
that is also a skilled seamstress that has been redoing the sails on the Second Wind for as long as you can remember. A friend indeed, one that offers just as much unsolicited guidance as solicited on how one can improve their wardrobe. But he's an old comrade in arms of Commodore Crux and has stood through the thick and thin. Whoever captains the Second Wind, he's always pledged himself to be the first mate.
I wish Madam Pepper was not under the weather. She might enjoy talking to one of her own people. It'll be a pleasure to see him again. But I do not wish to bother them, because they're probably resting right now.
Through all of that,
Heinrich looks over at Zoltan. Zoltan, you know as well as I do, someone that's been in battle all their life can sleep through anything. Sometimes if you're gonna go, you just want to go comfortable.
indeed. Yep, I don't mind if I do.
Zoltan's gonna open this first door,
This looks fantastic. Thank you, Commodore.
and he's going to shut and lock it.
Did he just take a room by himself?
It's yep. That's what just happened.
I mean,
You know what?
he's the commander, right? Does he get a room?
Master
Well,
Raging,
Is Dax the first mate?
the best advice I can give you is, even though he doesn't want to admit it, you don't want to be in the same room with him while he's molting anywhere. There's going to be carapace everywhere.
Well, yeah. You know, not for nothing. Even though when I'm in the ring, I can still like kind of smell what's outside the ring, and I rode on his thing there for a while. The little, probably best I don't sleep in there.
He needs his privacy. He's
Commander
probably
Crux,
double fisting it in there.
Commodore Crux, do you happen to have the key to that room?
Of course.
Could I borrow it for just 1 second?
Oh, the boys are up to shenanigans already.
I'd like to just try something.
Roll straight persuasion check.
Yep.
You're best leaving your molten buddy to himself.
That's fair. I just thought it'd be kind of funny if we just unlocked the door so when he tried to unlock it himself, he locked himself in.
There'll be plenty of time for that.
That's fair.
Well, young masters, Commodore, I take my leave. As you can see, Heinrich's arms just look heavy. Throwing Meredith on his back. I'm gonna go get some rest. As he heads to a
Commander Crux, it's an honor to be on your ship.
Honor to have fought with you, my friend.
Yes, I echo that sentiment. Glad to have you have us aboard, and if there's anything you need, just ask. I owe a lot of people around here for the rides I'm getting. I don't quite know where I am most of the time.
That makes two of us.
Well, then I'm in good company.
Aye. Find yourself a bunk, grab some shut-eye.
Will do, Captain. And I will say, this air is the freshest air. It reminds me of a place I can't quite put, but it's just something familiar about it.
One of the perks.
Two shall rest, clean up a bit. I've been getting several complaints that I smell bad, so I'm gonna try to take care of that. I'll see you later.
Have a good night, Commodore.
Bidet.
Cole will walk down the hallway, kind of like tracing his hands along the wood, just kind of feeling it. And as he goes out of sight, the smell almost smells of the forests around Cormanther. And he'll get up on his bed and he'll curl up, but he'll kind of like keep his hand kind of on the wood and kind of stare out the porthole there into space.
As you guys get adjusted. Come here, little one. You can hear the crinkling of the tarp as Commander Crux carries Pepper all the way back inside. Still with the tarp. Wrapped up like a burrito, but laid down as you can hear it crinkle a little bit. Thank you. Don't worry about it. Anyone doing anything before they finally get a nice, solid, long rest in?
Heinrich, not having much time to do anything but defend his team, has been neglecting his religion that makes him the holy knight that which he is. So he says a quick prayer to Helm, the god of defense. Helm, I ask you, watch over my friends, my family. Thank you for the blessing in which you gave us to make it out of that pier. Not only alive, not only to escape, but victorious in the fullest. The Dark Star back in possession of Master Dex, whom is very deserving. And if anything were to ever happen to me, I know that he could lead this team, as you've let me lead them. Bless the notes of Master Cole. Let Madam Pepper's aim be true. Master Rajan, I pray, all his memories come back to him. As he smiles, and my oldest friend, Zoltan, may he never change. And thank you for allowing us to meet our newest friend, Master Sigrid. Watch over them all, as you have given me the power to watch over them. Do so in my stead as I sleep. And he lays down and closes his eyes.
Anyone else?
Zoltan's gonna, Zoltan, that's not my character. What's my guy's name again? It's
What's
been a
my
long
name
day.
again?
It's been a long day.
I mean, you did pretend to be Dax Royal, so you could be Zoltan.
That is true. Ragen's just gonna, as he walks over to the bed, he's just gonna like, float up on a little cloud and land on the bed, and just kind of take a deep breath as he's, that oxygen that's, I'm assuming, being replenished by the living ship. It's a memory he can't quite place, but it's just ingrained in that smell memory. But then he's gonna snap his fingers and little cloud's gonna poof in front of him, and he'll have that Spelljammer SOP. You're just gonna see him start thumbing through it as he just takes 5 on the bed there. Huh. That can't be right. Okay, noted. Uh-huh. And then he's just gonna start reading that thing. As he kinda got a little rest in the ring before, so he's not so tired yet.
What does Raiden's nightlight look like?
In his lamp?
Ah, this is in your bunk. What do you read by? I have images in my head of a.
It's it's one of those old like flickering candle style, but it's got like the metal shroud with the shapes cut out of it, and it's just like all Bulbasaurs and Pikachus. And slowly spins, so it looks like they're waltzing around the room.
With Raiden up, studying for part of the night. Anyone else awake?
Told before he falls asleep for the first hour, surrounded by his friends, he will hurl into a pretty tight ball, staring from his hood out into the base, and he'll slowly disconnect his beard for the first time. And he'll set it down and stare at it. I don't want to lose any more friends. I don't want to be alone. I need more power. And I need to help them more. And so for the first hour, he'll sit there, not playing his instrument, but fingering on his instrument, doing his spirit session, and rebinding what he has saved in that spell slot. As he thinks back to home for when he was with his dwarf family and how it felt when he lost everything, and learning that everything is gone when he had went home before joining the academy. He looks around to the group that's with him, and all he can think about is trying to make sure that he does better and that he doesn't lose another friend.
Raiden, do you want to roll perception check?
Yes, I do. I'm really, really good at these. It's a 13. This is probably the first character I've not had a plus on perception ever.
You're able to see what's going on in the vicinity of the room, who's sleeping, who's not. Who's up?
Just hear some from the back corner where Dax is. You just hear some grunting. No one. I don't think anyone can really see him. So
I'll hear the grunting as I'm on page 57 of this SOP, and that'll kind of get me looking that way, and I'll notice Cole looking a bit somber. And you say you took your beard off?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cole's hood is down and his beard is off, as he's staring out into the porthole.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna float on over, you know, and I'm not touching the floor, so you're not gonna hear like the squeaking of the floorboards as I use levitate, which I can cast for free because of my race. I'm just gonna drift over, just kind of tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah, don't sneak up on people.
Now I just couldn't notice that your beard fell off.
Well, as you probably can guess, looking at me, it's not a real beard.
That's not a real beard.
Well, I mean, it is a real beard. It belonged to my family, my adopted family. But I never could grow one myself. Face it, I'm not a dwarf. I don't have the good looks that any of the dwarfs do.
You were supposed to be a dwarf?
I mean, that's why I'm like 4 foot tall, right? And again, I'm the shortest one of my family, with the adopted family. They were all 5 foot, so.
Oh. So your family were dwarves.
Yeah.
Oh.
City
Oh.
of Song. I was with them. Romanther was a beautiful, beautiful city. And, you know, everyone got along. We were dwarves and elves, and we were all there. My family took me in. I don't know, when I was an egg. They raised me. They raised me as one of them, and I got my bagpipes. They sent me out to find myself, to look for those like me. I got lost along the way, and when I got back, it was gone. The whole city was gone, overran with death and dead. I lost my whole family. Then we lost Ragin.
Well, no, I'm still here.
No, we
assume-
lose you from time to time.
I do. Yes.
Ragdin. Gosh, these elves all look the same. It's hard to say their names sometimes.
Very true. But I think. Do you know what happened to your city or to your family?
I don't know what happened to the family. I wasn't strong enough to go in. There was death and fiends. It was overrun. That part of the forest was just gone. The ship smells like that forest, though. The ship smells like the City of Song. Makes me just remember losing everybody. So much loss. And I don't want to lose anyone again.
Well, I can agree with you there. I haven't really said much to anyone, but I don't really know anything about what I've lost. I'm really not 100% sure what I had, but
You have a
I think
family?
you have it even. I I don't remember. I just remember. I remember a wizard who was supposed to help me with these powers, and turned out he was just trying to take my powers. He thought I could grant him wishes for some stupid reason, and he tried to bind me to the ring, and the powers. Well, I didn't want to be bound, and I guess I got upset and tried to push back, and next thing I know, I was in the ring, but I was flying through whatever this place is called, space, wild space, I hear you guys call it, but my past, my history, dude, I don't recall much after that explosion of power. It's just all blank, but the scent memory, like you said, this ship smells like your home. It smells the air. It's like, it just reminds me of a place that I can't remember. So
It's funny that way. The smells can take you back even if you don't really remember. You smell something that can just bring back your childhood or bring back something from your history that just makes you relive it. The smell of this ship makes me think of being a kid running with my family, you know, my cousins, and we were pacing through the corridors underneath Tormentor, and just coming across different types of caverns with lakes and gems and other types of metals, and the dwarves sitting there building the pipes and building the sewer systems, and just the city alive above us and below us. The forest alive surrounding it.
Hearing the way you speak of your city and where you've been from, no, I may not remember anything, but I think you've got it worse remembering, knowing where you came from and what you miss.
That's it. I don't know where I came from. That's why I left. I didn't think I was to fit in there. I left to go find out where I was from. I'm a kobold living in a city of dwarves and elves. Like, where did I come from? Or am I a kobold? Look, these stupid little wings are now sticking out at me. Like, kobolds don't have wings, do they? I don't think they do. I haven't met a kobold with wings. Like, what is this, and why are they here now? And why can I do this? And before Cole will, like, his wings will grow and surround Ragin with him. And you'll feel just like yourself, just like bolstered as they do. And you feel this growing sense of just security when they're around you. You know,
Maybe that's your power. I mean, I don't know why I can do the things I do, or, you know, maybe that's just the way fate works sometimes. But I will say that I've seen you, despite your limited size, and you stand behind Heinrich, and I've seen you bolstering him, and he's the one that really shields us all. So it's just really a testament to the power you actually have, and it's quite impressive. But if I don't know where this journey goes or where this journey ends, but if in the end you need help finding your family, I'd be more than happy to help you out. Go with you. I got nothing on my palate.
let's take a look at your ring too. There's got to be a place to start there, at least. It's our clue, right? To look for yours. To look for what you've missed.
That's all I have is the ring and the voice.
The voice?
Well, yeah. There's a voice that I used to just hear it in the ring, but then sometimes I hear it outside the ring, and I think he helps me. He gives me, I don't know, more power when I needed it. Not really sure exactly who he is or what he is, but
Cole will start to lean in to look at Ragen's eyes to see if he can see anything. Are you sure it's not something swimming around in your head?
oh no, did one of those things get in my...
Oh, I don't think so, but
Oh, don't let Dax blast me. I don't think it's in there.
you're just talking about voices.
Yes, just
If it's external or within, it's definitely something tied probably to the ring.
I mean, like I said, when the Big Bang happened, I just asked for help. I didn't want to be a genie. I'm not a genie. I was never, but he wouldn't listen to me, and since then I've just heard a voice that offers me, tells me, helps me, I guess. But maybe it's a key to my past. I'm really not sure.
I think for the night, both of us should rest. But we definitely should talk to Heinrich in the morning and see if we can take a look at more at your ring. He might have some resources here around Rock'n'Roll, or Commander Crux might, that could help us point at least in some direction. I don't know this place very well other than the stories Heinrich has said. But if any place might have a way to get direction, this is a port in wild space. There's possibilities of anything here. That's one thing I've learned when I was traveling with Ryder. Anywhere that you want to get information is a port city.
Who's Ryder?
He's a guy that I got to travel with for a time. He's the reason I ended up becoming a
Pirate?
we're not pirates. We're
I'm
Spelljammer.
still unclear on what you guys are, but I like hanging out with you.
We're mercenaries with a code of ethics. You got the SOP book from Heinrich. You could just
Yeah, I didn't get to
skip to the
part where it
appendix.
defines
marked
pirate
B.
or whatever you are.
Yeah, skip to Appendix B. Just read Appendix B. Yeah,
All
just
right.
read Appendix B. They'll give you the highlights of what you need to know.
Gotcha.
It's got a nice
Appendix B.
chart there at the end.
Well, yeah, we'll have to look into some things, but again, dwarf or not, I'm still glad you're here. You definitely have, I don't know what it is with your music, but it makes it easier to do what we do, I think.
Yeah, well, as my dad said, I can't carry a tune, but what it does is definitely raises the dead. And I can talk to the spirit somehow with it, and that's how my abilities work. I have to be off key. If I actually play a tune, not one thing comes through. I can't hear the other side. I can't get guidance or anything.
Really raise the dead, though?
Well, figurative speech.
Well, because I was gonna say, then you're not a pirate at all. You're a necromancer, but maybe you're a necromancer pirate.
I've met some very nice necromancers. They're wonderful people.
Hey, I don't judge. As long, maybe I'll die one day and someone will raise me.
Raise you, reincarnate you, put you inside a phylactery. You never know with them.
Yeah, I've never been in a factory, but
You're kind of in
I've
one
been
right now.
in the ring.
Things.
Yeah. I don't build anything in there though. There's no like conveyor belts or assembly lines.
You said you built electricity in there. You're recharging or something.
No, true. Yes, but not a factory.
Refactor. Yeah.
I'm gonna go read Appendix B, but you should get some sleep there. But
Cole reach out his hand to Ragen and thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to talk.
Indeed. You know, as much as I've been here, I feel like I miss half of these episodes. I mean, skirmishes.
Yeah. Happens when you get sucked in and sucked out all the time.
I get sucked a lot. It sucks.
It definitely does. Good
I'll
night,
give you
Rachel.
a stern pat on your shoulder. Head back over to my bunk.
Egren's been laying down with his hat just slightly down over his eyes, but he's been listening this entire time. Sir Cole, it's a heavy burden to lose one you love, isn't it?
One you love, all that you love.
Anyone that you love.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Heard you mention you lost your family, but it doesn't stop you from having another family.
No. And that's the thing about family that I learned as a young pup to now. Not about who made you, about who you associate with. This group is a motley group, Tigran. Even Zoltan. He can be grating at times, and he can be great at times. But deep down, I think this group is worth fighting with and worth being with. And the more I get to know them, the more I call them family.
I haven't been to Wild Space in a long time. And there's reasons behind that. Just know, while this situation might be different, I do know your pain of loss. Whether it was your friend that you lost on your way here, or your family that you lost back home. And maybe when we get more time, when we're not all about the pass out from exhaustion,
Yes.
we'll be able to share more stories.
And over more drink. Because after today, with one drink, I am ready to sleep.
And I can tell you guys how I ended up on the Rock Brawl.
Did you fall?
No. Metaphorically, maybe, but not literally.
That's probably good. The last guy
I
rolled a 1 and fell. So.
I do have strong ankles. I've heard of weak ankles, but I do have strong ankles. I do know that. But get some rest.
You too, Sigrid. Rest well.
You too.
Poe will reach over and grab the Kleenex box next to his bed and throw it over the wall at Dax, and then roll over to go to sleep.
You just hear $2.99, $300. He's literally been doing push-ups the entire time you guys have been talking. That's how he stays in shape.
Give me an athletics check on those push-ups.
Oh, it's a cramp. It's a cramp. He's got a +9 though, so it's still beefy.
Yeah.
A fucking stud, dude. Rocking them out back there.
Hey, keep in shape. That and then, yeah. He does his whole workout routine. You see him doing some pull-ups off the bunk bed here. Gets a good sweat going. Then goes to sleep without showering again.
At least he's sleeping next to the toilet, so it won't smell as bad.
Perception check, Dax. Noted.
Ooh.
Checking if
Well, you've been doing your workout
Pepper's still
routine.
breathing.
There's been a low hum inside the room. Nothing startling. Could very well be coming out of the engine room. But needless to say, there's been a piece of white noise that started some point in time around your first couple of push-ups.
I'm gonna try and figure out if you can figure out what direction it's coming from.
The 21 somewhere on from the other side of the cabin.
I can't sleep. Does anyone else hear that noise? I can't sleep with this.
Original look up from his appendix B. What noise? Where? I heard
That
you
humming noise.
getting sweaty back there.
It's not what you think. I was doing push-ups.
Okay.
And about halfway through your conversation, the humming stops.
I'm telling you, I don't hear it.
Funny, I ask about it, then it stops. Were you making that noise?
No.
You're messing with me. I think you're messing with me.
No, it wasn't me. I'm reading the SOP. You should be probably reading the SOP instead of doing push-ups and hearing humming noises.
I already read the SOP during class that you were not part of.
Well, yeah, I was, drafted later than you, so I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, no, I definitely did not hear any humming. I don't hear any humming.
Seems to have stopped. Maybe I'm just tired.
Where'd you hear it coming from? Was that under your bed? Was it under my bed?
Oh, it was somewhere. I don't know. I don't hear it now.
Well, what kind of hum was it? Was
Must
it like a low hum? Or like a high-pitched hum?
No, a low hum. Like a maybe it was just the ship, the engine.
And the engine, it's got sails, so the engine is wind, I think. But is it not? Is there an engine? I gotta probably read that in Appendix D. I'm getting there.
I don't hear it. I'm going to sleep. All those push-ups tired me out. But I gotta stay in shape to be able to make sure you people don't die.
Well, I'm sure everyone would appreciate you being fit as a fiddle then. Maybe it was a fiddle humming. But I don't hear it. I'm gonna go back to Appendix C. Continue from there.
All right, well, good night then. So, do you sleep on the bed or do you sleep in the ring?
I mean, I can do either, but I try to be social when I can. But, sometimes I have no choice in the matter, and I get pulled into the ring. But, I'll sleep on the bed.
Just wondering.
Wait, why are you asking? You're not gonna try to cuddle with me or anything, are you?
No.
I mean, I know I looked like you, but before when I was messing around, I was just messing around, man. That wasn't a thing. That was just me messing around.
It was just a question here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'm gonna sleep on the bed.
as you both
After you,
descend
you go
into
to sleep.
madness before sleep takes hold. Back across towards Zoltan's room. Last small locust scurries up underneath the door. And while none of you are there to witness it, Zoltan sits in the middle of the room, peeling off the pieces of his carapace.
It's not molting if you don't want it anymore.
And he has his tome of secrets laid out in front of him, and there's a large glowing Z rune in the middle of his room.
And I call and I ask, and you never deliver. Multiple times. I am done with your games, Father.
He keeps pulling off bits and pieces of his carapace.
I see you for what you really are now. These gifts, they do not come from you.
He rips both of his antlers and antennas off at the top.
You left me behind, just like everyone else. Left alone to rot on some planet. I'm the one who crawled out. I'm the one who made it to space. You've answered nothing to me, Father. Nothing to me. I have learned so much in these last months. It is the strength of me, not you, that has given me the source of power. You will not help me raise my army. You left me to die. I see you who you really are, Zorak. I don't want your power anymore. I have my own.
As he rips another piece of his carapace over, as he throws it down and lays it in the middle.
I begin building my army today.
And his eyes roll in the back of his head. Wisdom saving throw, Cole. Is that your final roll?
Oh.
You don't happen to have a D30 inspo, do you?
Okay, I'm just reading over the cards that I have. I have an Indom and a Lucky. I know Lucky would work, but Indom, it just says reroll, keep higher. Is that hold?
And it saves, right? Yeah.
Okay. I will use that and keep the Lucky for later.
Oh, hey,
There you
got
go.
a big kid. That's 2 out of you in the last 3 rolls, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, all of them have been single digits or worse.
Put that beard back on.
Cole, as you descend into sleep, you're met with the sound of that hum again. And it wakes you. You can hear it clear as day. Everyone else sound asleep. You're compelled. You get up from your bed and you head towards the noise.
Oh, we'll leave his beard behind when he does. 'Cause he didn't put it back on.
And you take these steps forward. There's just darkness. Now, no longer able to see back behind where you were, only this door that is covered in locusts.
We'll kind of reach out a finger, see if he can pet one.
You do, it doesn't bite. They scurry away and they show you the handle.
Oh, we'll touch it with the back of his hand to see if it's warm.
Cool to the touch.
Reach up to like the center of the door and see if the locusts move from there.
They part where your hand goes.
And he'll knock.
As you knock, the door eases open. And you see only a room covered in locusts and a body of Zoltan that sits cross-legged in the middle of the room with a tome unfolded. Gold!
Hi, Zoltan.
I come to you in the hour of your sleep with a proposition. Do not fear, for this is only a dream.
We'll like touch his face and try to touch the wings on his back to see if everything is still there.
You
If
feel
it's a-
physically put together.
Can I have some hot chocolate then as we talk? If this is a dream?
He snaps his fingers and hot chocolate does appear in your hands.
Oh, so warm. Okay, I'm ready. How you doing, man? How you doing?
You spoke of being left behind, abandoned.
And you'll see Cole's like smile that he normally just like puts on just kind of like go away. Was I really being that loud?
No, you mentioned it earlier. Way earlier. You said you were left at the doorstep of the academy. Alone.
Yeah. Ryder wasn't feeling good anymore. He wanted me to be with someone that could take care of me. Then he left. Are you about to leave me too?
No. Far from it, Cole. I'm giving you the opportunity.
As he unfurls his butt.
Whoever did this to you, you may not know their name yet. but you still may make your mark. If you wish to take vengeance upon the ones who have made you suffer, I only ask that you sign here so we may deliver that justice.
This is not your book that you write in? What is this book?
And he shows you his tome of secrets as he opens it up, and he shows you his death note with Zorak's name at the top of the list. His father.
Aren't you looking for your dad, Sultan?
I've gotten all the answers I ever needed. You're not the only one that has been left to rot unanswered. I used to think that he was the one to give me my strength, the one to help raise my army. But I know the truth now. I was simply yesterday's garbage.
You're not garbage, Zoltan. You never have been. You're part of our crew. You're the heart of our crew.
I embrace the garbage. Go. The garbage will be mine. This opportunity does not affect you in the least bit. It only honors the pact to which the ones you swear against. Will you make your mark to declare your vengeance for the ones who forsook you?
But that would be myself, wouldn't it? I left. And then they were gone. Not because I was there.
Someone took your family from you.
That was a long time ago, Zoltan. And though I'm sad about it, I don't know what happened to them. And from where I'm from, that's all I really care about now. It's finding out where I came from. Or who I came
What if
from.
I told you that we can go?
Find out where I came from?
All of it.
I would like to know where I came from, Zoltan. I would do almost anything for that.
Then make your mark.
As he opens up the tome,
reach out his hand.
Your hand covers with locusts as you reach down to grab this pin.
Oh. That's... Are you sure about this, Zoltan? This is not going to hurt anyone.
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
You wouldn't be lying to me, would you?
I have told you the honest truth.
I'd like to really stare at Zoltan like I did the first time we met. Stare into his eyes and try to perceive if that is what he is telling me.
Roll an insight check.
I would really like to know. I'm gonna burn my D8 on it just to bolster that. There we go.
22. You've never seen Zoltan more serious and direct about anything in his entire life. Let alone, have you ever heard him confide in a similar story without making it into a negative situation for the other? You've never actually heard Zoltan mutually share something as traumatizing as being abandoned. Is it the whole truth? You'll always keep your suspicions.
Cole is extremely tempted by this, and he will put his trust in who he's calling family, and he will make a mark in the book that looks kind of like an egg. That's where he came from, and that's what he wants to know.
I hope somewhere that you can sense this, Father. For your sins are not alone.
As he slams that book shut, and when he does, there's just enough locust to flutter off, and you can see this black, gold, and green Z in the center of it robe that flows down like a tabard.
We will find them. Go. And we will make them pay. You have my word.
As Cole, you witness Zoltan change from a warlock to a death cleric within your eyes.
What?
As he sheds his father's pact, enlisting him inside the tome. You being the first acolyte, what he needed to make the switch go through, slamming it shut.
Vengeance will be ours.
Doesn't have to be all about vengeance. Some answers would be nice first.
And you can see over a face of those locusts begins to emerge.
They can answer me when they're dead.
And that face fades back into the pile of locusts that flourish over the top of him.
Good night, sweet Cole.
Good night, Zoltan. Cole will take a sip of the hot cocoa. I think rest would be good right about now before I have a nightmare from drinking this before sleep.
As you ease the door shut and turn, you find yourself just as quickly swift back off to sleep. Cole, with your death pact, until your vengeance is discovered and vanquished, you will rise with 1 HP the first time that you go unconscious. As a death ward. Happens once per long rest.
Let's go.
All right.
As sleep takes hold for the rest of the group, I'm gonna let you guys go refill your beverage and come back.
Let's go. Some serious
I'm
Mr. Steve vibes.
I heard a
going
buzzing.
on here.
I heard a buzzing.
I heard a buzzing, damn it.
I am so happy I made my character go to sleep first because y'all's RP kicked ass.
Yeah, that was some good shit.
Cole doesn't know when he signed. He just totally signed a contract. He has no idea
I
about.
love how you're like, well,
Well,
you know, it'd be cool if we were nice too. Like we could just find stuff out. We don't need to kill everyone. He's like, okay, death for everyone. You're like, yeah, you know, yeah, whatever.
That'll work.
That'll work
Yeah,
too.
you
That'll do.
Cole's very glass half full type of mindset. So he got hot cocoa, which is a plus, and he said he was going to get answers. So there's 2 pluses. The whole death thing coming out of the wall of locusts, kind of creepy, but you know what? I still got 2 good things out of 1 bad. So he's still kind of like half full here.
Like, all you needed to start your armor was some hot cocoa.
There you go.
Hey, now you know the way to Cole's heart. Just give him something warm to drink.
Hot cocoa sounds pretty good.
Cocoa's always a good idea.
Oh yeah. I had apple cider tonight.
There you go. I actually had a hot chocolate out on the road today. This morning.
Ooh. Get y'all nice and toasty.
Oh yeah, my partner wanted to get a coffee at Dunkin', and I don't really drink coffee. I was like, you know what? Let me get that hot cocoa, and then I'll start drinking it like 4 hours later when it's cold enough to drink. The shit is so hot when they give it to you. You cannot drink it for at least an hour.
Literally scalding.
It will injure you.
But you try to anyways.
You just want to so bad. Like you're there. You're like, well, what if I just touch my tongue to it just to see? And then
Just a little bit more.
You regret it immediately.
Oh man. Appreciate for everybody who's joined us from over at GPTV. Appreciate you.
Yeah, some hella Raiders tonight. Whew, I'm glad I got done. Not before you guys got too far into it too. I was happy I could jump in.
We're literally like 5 minutes after we started.
Yeah, I know. Black Ops was texting me. He's like, "Are you done?" I'm like, "Child's got to go to bed." Plus, I got held up at work. It's gonna be a funny reason why I got held up at work. So, I realized that in the locker room, next to one of my new guys' lockers, is an empty locker that doesn't have a lock on it, and our lockers are pretty wide. So I folded my ass up inside that locker. And I sat inside there for probably about 25 minutes until he came to change, and then burst out of said locker and scared the shit out of him.
Totally worth it.
It was absolutely worth it.
At least it didn't end and then he shot me. Yeah.
So I'm planning on doing it to another guy now that I know I can fit in that fucker, and I was like, I wonder if that guy will shoot.
No.
I will say that
it was worth it.
the words hiding in a locker and Zero Beast have never been said before.
You know what the scariest thing is? So I have two work guys that knew I was hiding in said locker, and I could see out the little cracks around the locking mechanism, and I got like my finger underneath the latch to open up the locker because it's like closed, and I'm just waiting for one of those dudes to slap a padlock on it, and I'd be like, well, now I'm just stuck in this locker. I had my cell phone on me. I'd have to call my own desk or 911 to tell someone to let me the hell out.
Can you come cut the lock?
All right, be right
I had
back.
one tool in there that could open it, but I don't think we're allowed to use that one in the locker room. But yeah, fun times. Folded up in a locker for like 25 minutes.
Guys, seeing what everyone did before they went to sleep and how everyone's different characters did different interactions, it was poetry. Poetry. Technically, Pepper was asleep before anyone because she got passed the fuck out, but
Right.
Oh, that would have been shitty. They opened the locker and just shaving creamed me. Yeah, that would have been some shit.
I was gonna start some lore drop with Sigrun, but I figured we had a lot of RP going on, so.
This is the hard. My character is so hard to RP with, like involving myself with you guys because I'm such like a newer, not temporary, but I just don't know any of you, so it's like weird to throw myself into it.
I don't know
I
you
feel like
guys.
we've only missed like one session or two.
No, but like you guys all know each other from the get-go, right? You're all Spelljammer Academy buddies, and I'm
Not me. Not me.
Well, no, yeah. Well, now you are here, but
You're just.
I'm only
you're just a
only
weirdo.
linked. I'm only linked to you guys because of Captain Elena.
yes.
you know, I was just thinking about it when I rolled that nat 20 on knowing people. I've not failed a knowing person roll yet.
You're just good at knowing folk.
Heinrich, that friendly son bitch.
He didn't know the
everybody.
ship, but he knew the people.
That's right.
This wood feels familiar, but I don't recall.
I just love the fact
What she said.
Yes, things she said for 300.
Zero nails the 20 on any type of like historical check, and me over here wisdom saving throw. Yeah, let's re-roll that one.
Let me just end that real quick. Ah, fuck. That was a waste of dice.
I'm actually glad I failed the ship one though, because like when then Cap came in and described how the ships always change, I'm like, yes, it works out perfectly.
It always works out perfectly. So how was everyone's Thanksgivings?
Well, fantastic. Yours?
Oh, more food than I can dream of eating.
I told them I had a Thanksgiving every day for the last 3 days.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do anything if I did that. My mom makes so much food for Thanksgiving. It's stupid.
There
Well,
was
one of them.
18 people between our 3 houses and visitors that flew in.
I can't imagine that many people in a house. Then again,
There are.
ours was like 11.
We had someone sitting at the computer desk because we literally
Oh, wow.
couldn't fit him at the table.
Who had to sit there?
Neil, because his their boy there needed he
Who's
wouldn't
Neil?
sit in a high chair. Melissa's husband. They came up from Florida.
Young Neil, Scott
Young
Pilgrim
Neil.
Saves the World.
Like who's
This is young Neil.
You are no longer young Neil. You are now known as Neil.
Neil.
There was 14 at ours on Saturday, but so we did, because we're all Ohio State and Michigan fans. We did a big like appetizer party because my stepdad had to work. He's a dispatcher for the sheriff's department, so he had to work Saturday. But so we had like a couple of dips, fruit tray, vegetable tray, the little cocktail barbecue weenies, wings, all kinds of stuff for the lunch. And then for supper, we did a big Thanksgiving. So I had so much food. Oh, and beef and noodle. Mm.
We got to the dessert portion, and usually that's a good time. And I was like, can't do it. I literally cannot.
Yeah, we
That's
don't like to do Thanksgiving dinner. We do like Thanksgiving lunch.
I saw my mom
Nope.
post a picture of everyone at the house and then puts it, in the caption that we're only missing my youngest
Yeah.
son.
I saw you don't exist anymore.
And I'm looking at this like, well, I'm not in this picture, and I'm sure as hell not the youngest son. Like,
Yep.
she just forgot about me, I guess.
Yeah, you know.
See ya. Well, I guess you don't need to ask about the will now.
She said you're Southern folk now, so you don't count. Yeah.
Then she put a, oops, I forgot about my other son.
Forgot I have more kids.
Yeah. He's in Florida.
That was my day the other day. In the Discord.
Oh,
Check out Bambi's mom.
I told them about that before you got here. I said, yeah.
That wasn't me. I wasn't driving. I had to.
Oh, I thought you were driving.
No,
Bro,
that's one of my.
How many accidents happen when you don't drive? You just need to drive from now on. Every time you're in the passenger seat, someone fucks up.
I was the supervisor sitting desk that day, and I was like, no.
Oh, you weren't even in the car.
No, I had to go down and photograph it and write it up real quick. But yeah, no, that wasn't a doe either. That's a button buck.
I grew up in Illinois, so I'm kind of spoiled when it comes to deer. Like 90% of hunting shows are done in Illinois. The whitetail there get to the size of holy fuck. Whenever I was in Georgia when I was in the army, people were like, "Oh, watch out for the deer down here." I'm like, "You mean them skinny ass dogs I drove past?" Like, those are deer. I'm like, nah, that's
Whitetail
saw
size
one-
of freaking elk.
I
Yeah.
saw a deer the other day on the side of the road here that got hit by a car, and that is the first deer I've seen on the side of the road since I moved to Florida 6 years ago.
Sometimes the gators eat them all.
That could be.
Could be.
When I was down in Florida for 3 days, I saw probably 20 just on my drive in. I was down by Destin now. I don't know how much different of an area that is from you.
Well, Destin's like the Panhandle, so it's north quite a bit. It's probably like 5 hours from me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just kind of wondering, what did Cole actually sign?
Well, you're part of the death cleric family now.
Yeah,
and,
we're going to get
or the Death
vengeance
Brigade.
on.
You can't die
left
one
me.
time. I don't know
Yeah,
what
so that's
happens when
cool.
that happens. Yeah.
So there's 3 events that I've been left behind at. So which one is it? Man, I'm gonna.
Well, you got what? Your original family, right? Wherever the egg came from.
Mm-hmm.
Then you voluntarily walked away from the dwarves, right?
Yep.
To go find yourself, and then you came back.
And then when I came
found them.
back, the city was overrun, and
But you didn't go in.
I couldn't. Not strong enough. A fiend and undead army. Little cobalt. Not gonna go in there.
What's the third one? That's 2. When you left that the second time?
When I got left at the Spelljammer Academy, I was left behind there.
So Hyro, Cap was trying to recruit people to play New World too. No?
Yeah.
I've been playing it. It's fun.
That'll make me start another video game.
It's MMO. It's fun.
The sound of a broken man.
I'm retired. I only have time for video games and being yelled at by my wife. It is the life.
I do not have the time for video. I haven't turned on my Xbox in probably half a year.
Have you even? Did
All right.
you
I have not even taken
sped
that
up
one
the
out of the
Series
box
X
yet.
I got you? No.
Still in the box.
Constitution saving throws for everybody to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, someone had that keyed up. No, the guy that announced it. Yeah, that would make sense. Con save.
Jesus.
+5. Man. +7.
It's all those push-ups.
All that matters, the first one to lay, the first one to rise. Go ahead and click those long rests on your character sheets.
You just see Heinrich do the typical baby boomer dad wake up, yawning really loud for no reason, stretching. That was a fortuitous rest. As he takes a smell of the air. Well, looks like the young masters are still down. As Heinrich is going to try to go find a coffee pot somewhere.
You can smell it from a mile away. A good old fashioned high test GIF Royal Navy.
I know that blend.
Cowboy style coffee. Boiled to the acidity's gone. You're not 5 steps up from the sleeper until you hit a fresh glass in your hand. Good morning, my friend.
Commodore, I see you still got it. I'm assuming I slept in according to your standards like I used to.
Some things we never lose, my friend. To be honest with you, I haven't been up much longer.
Ah,
You can see
Not
after
sleeping
all,
well?
technically freeloading on
yes, the
And
lead.
just look what death rose. Master Heinrich.
His arms go up, his smile goes big. Madam, how are you?
Feladra does a backflip off of the rigging down towards you're at and extends a large welcome hug. Did you really think you were going to take my sublet vessel on your little joyride out from the port, leaving it with no less than what kind of condition?
Heinrich smiles. I wouldn't have dreamt it. Not if I knew it was yours.
Of course you wouldn't have.
And he bumps the Commodore. I'd took this old coots vessel any day of the week, though.
You're a lucky man, Heinrich. As that Hadozi long since lost his gliding wings many, many years ago, as the scar tissue is barely but a small cape at this point that connects it in between, with his fresh cigar in his mouth. Didn't think I would see the day for this reunion.
There was a time whenever the four of us were part of a crew. And here we are reunited.
Well, I can tell you what, Master Heinrich. Since you brought some fresh bodies, they can get up and start tending to the rigging immediately. If we're to go for a little spin this morning, we could use a freshen up. Let's see what your crew's got. A little bit of hustle wouldn't hurt.
As Heinrich hears that, a smile goes across his face even wider than he already had. How about a good Royal Navy wake-up, then? And Heinrich is going to take Matilda and bang it against Meredith multiple times, like a tin can, for an alarm. And he just takes a sword and he's just banging it against his shield, as loud as he can. Wake up, everybody! We got work to do!
Ah! Fuck! What is this noise? What is... Are we under attack? Wake up, the rest of you! All of you!
Oh.
Topside now! Heinrich's firing his weapon and he only does that for one reason. Come on, let's go!
Up and up.
As you're banging that, you're just gonna hear the crack of lightning as right beyond you, I'm just gonna pop out of the ring.
Go! Fuck! So unannounced.
I think we're needed on deck.
Indeed, let's go. He's firing fucking Matilda. That's never good.
Let's get up there. I knew you didn't sleep in the bed.
I
slept
fell
in the
asleep
ring.
in the bed.
I knew it.
Ended up in the ring. You didn't see it.
Heinrich will already be up on the top deck, waiting for everyone to show up.
You smell like a sweaty dog.
Go ahead and move yourself to the farthest left slide.
Oh.
Heinrich.
Wearing the tarp is like a blanket up and over the top. Oh, fuck.
Heinrich has his pipe in his mouth, a coffee in his hand. Morning, crew. You want to be spelljammers? Let's get to work. And he looks up at the rigging. Madam Pepper, can you get those lines up there for us?
You know, probably just what I need, a little bit of this. Oh my God, it smells good up here. I have to fucking change from being with the rest of you boys. Maybe this is just what I need. She stretches before she gives a hell of an acrobatics check to get up on the rigging. Oh, that one was there.
It was close to being bad.
21. She hops up to the rigging, no problem, immediately. Oh my God, this is a rat's nest. Cole, can you help from down below? This is gonna take a minute.
Yes, I can.
Dual survival checks out of us. Highest one wins.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
well,
This is gonna take a minute, guys. There's a lot to deal with here, and it is a patchwork fucking mess. This thing hasn't been out of port in a minute. Failure on the rigging.
Heinrich looks a little embarrassed as he looks over at his old crew. They're still green,
Not about
but they're good at what they do.
Yeah.
The Commodore has given me so many stories about how it doesn't matter how bad the rigging is. The only thing that matters is getting it fixed. Isn't that right, sir?
Indeed. Flinch! Head up there on the other side. I'll take the Feledra, if you could take the helm of Second Wind, please.
Would be my pleasure. The red tiefling strolls forward in her black leathers and stands up on the helm. As you can see, whenever she grabs hold of it, it sprouts out from that living elemental treant that's on the back. As it swells and sucks in, the sails all puff out as it begins to raise in port.
Master Rajan, can you get on the other side? I don't want to see Madam Pepper doing everything up there by herself.
yes, General, not a problem. Fixing things happens to be something I am magically gifted at. And knowing mending, I will start casting that on the rigging and sails when I can.
Roll survival check with advantage. Oh yeah. As you're able to drift around and get in those positions that take just a wee bit longer, even for the most skillful of Hadozi, begin unwrapping this rat's nest that looks eerily similar to the Lost Boys fucking tree houses at this point. Let's just say there's more than one leftover Voodoo Ranger can laying around on top of the rigging and the platforms here.
Could you please do what's your best, Master Heinrich? Apprentice Dax, if you could clear the ballistas, please.
Heinrich pats Dax on the back. With pleasure, Master Dax. Show him why you're the beast among us.
10-4 as he moves on up to the ballistas.
This will be your strength plus your proficiency.
So +9.
Oh, that was not supposed to roll a save. Whoops.
Same thing though. +9 works. 28.
I'll just do mine and just have to add 2 to it.
19. As you clear, the hemp stretches out on the rope as it hasn't been pulled in quite some time. You're able to lock and load.
Got this one, it's ready. I think it'll operate. When's the last time these were used?
Far longer than what any of us want to admit. Sigrid, if you could head to the crow's nest, please.
Hi, Commander.
Funny, I don't remember seeing you with robes, but Chaplain, if you could take care of the blessing for us.
It would be my pleasure.
As you look and you can see Zoltan in his robes for the first time that stretch down.
Heinrich stops after he fixes the ballista. He looks over. He looks at Zoltan. He remembers his prayer from the night before about asking Helm to never let Zoltan change. As he was praying that Zoltan keeps the resolve, and now he can tell his resolve is even stronger than it was before. And Heinrich is proud of Zoltan. Yes, my friend. Bless the ship. As he never once makes any sign that he can tell that Zoltan's different. With just silent pride.
Astral mothers and fathers, your warriors prepare for battle. Today we claim victory over those who have sworn vengeance against us. Shall we wear your armor of space upon us? Shall we sail to the astral sea? We will wear the girdle of truth. And may we forever stand firm in the truth. Because our words will not fall on deaf ears like those who have sworn against us.
The large Z.
Oh, hail Zoltan.
Taking up and off from the port and Rock of Brawl. Just in a small circular pattern to take everything in. you could see the beauty of the outside of astral space once again, no longer chased to get here or in a rush to do anything. Simply up and away. Folding in one with the stars.
At ease, everyone, at ease. Please, if our new guest could join me.
As Commander Crux heads forward up into the bow. And beckons for the rest of you to follow.
So, you've come here seeking answers. Bit of a rocky start, but we're here now. So let's start off with the obvious. You pissed off some astral elves, eh?
You could say that.
We took their ship, but it was in self-defense. They were raiding their ship at the time.
I
They
gather.
were trying to take the people.
It seems like they were trying to take everything.
I got a gold
Reckless.
for every time I piss someone off.
You seem to have a running thing going on here, Heinrich.
It's the blessing of the gift. You either win, or people hate you. Sometimes both.
So, I don't perhaps... Well, how should I phrase this? None of you exactly know who you're dealing with, do you?
Not in the slightest.
Well, you know I never was a smart man. I'm just the front man.
Indeed. Well, these elves, like I said, came visiting the Rocker Brawl before launching that attack on Faltura where you were taking your call at port. We were able to gather a significant amount of information. Those elves, they did give fair warning to various captains on the rock. They urged them to stay clear. Otherwise, they'd be fired on. Those elves undoubtedly left spies. Those spies we encountered rather quickly. We're not just dealing with a rogue pack of astral elves, my friends. Far, far worse than that. We're dealing with the Xaryxian Empire. Don't know if that's come up in your history books, Back at the academy.
I don't even remember this empire from my youth.
Anybody can
Is
roll a
this
history check that wants to.
It must have been on a different front from which I served.
In true fitting, Sigrid knows more than the rest of us all know about this.
Negative 14.
20 minus 20.
I'm not from here. I have no idea.
Quite the modifier.
I was like,
I figured unless a nat 20 popped up, I'm not gonna know shit.
What? What could the Xaryxis Empire want?
What does the Xaryxian Empire want? Whatever the Xaryxian Empire can get, that's what they want. Whatever they're doing, they need a lot of energy, and they need it now. Enough to try to take Fultura and take... God, who knows? They might only want a small amount, but can you really see that? We heard the reports back. It was pretty grim at Marrowstand. Not to mention firing on everybody who left. What kind of bullshit is that? It's an all new low. As I see it, if they're willing to target a planet like Fultura, they're willing to target anybody. The longer we don't know what they're up to, the more danger the rest of us are in. I mean, let's be real honest. We may have just marked the rocker brawl.
Well, if they're willing to try to take an entire planet and then willing to shoot any survivor that escapes, they must have wanted to keep it a secret. And they must be willing to go to any lengths to keep it a secret. And they have to know that we know.
No. That depends on what communication's gotten back. Undoubtedly, the Dark Star is a Rosetta Stone that information is leaked. That is, if you're not an astral elf and a member of the Xaryxian Empire. What they don't know is these old pirates have been a lot of places. When we're all individually told to stay far, far away, we sit down and we shared maps. We pieced a little something together. You see, the Xaryxians aren't always the easiest to find, dipping in and out of the astral sea as they please. They can appear in a wild space at a moment's notice. But we found something. Common ground, an entry point. The old pirates have a name for it. They call it Doom Space. Someplace I've never wanted to tread myself until now. Apparently that's where they're assembling. The Xaryxian Empire is assembling a coalition there. Whatever that coalition is going to do. If we have any thoughts of saving Faltura, the Rocker Brawl, or any other planet they choose to target, we're going to have to meet them head on there first.
Oh, you have a map to get to this doom space, which doesn't sound foreboding in the least.
We do. The problem is, we have no chance of beating their coalition. The only hope we have is to join.
Join the Xaryxian Empire?
That's right.
Are you speaking of espionage?
You're damn right I am. How else are we gonna know? We don't have the might to take on an enemy that can appear from nowhere. One that's gonna keep coming no matter what. We have to be the ones gathering intelligence before they do.
I'll never disobey my crown. What is talk about joining a different empire?
We're not joining that empire. Taking it out from the inside.
We took an oath never to kneel for anyone but the crown. The Gift Legion.
Heinrich, there's the Royal Navy now.
I mean,
Where are they now, Heinrich? Tell me. Tell me, goddammit, what are they doing for us? What are they doing for the rest of the gifts they left behind?
They made us who we are.
And they spit us out.
They did spit us out, and whatever's left is what's left.
This
We still
ain't
took an oath.
about the Royal Navy anymore, boy. They're still gonna be searching for the goddamn spark somewhere in the endless bits of the sea. And there won't be a single planet left for them, and they'll still be looking.
At least they have hope we have a home. I have hope we have a home.
I hope that more than just the gift have a home, brother. There's more than just us to worry about.
He'll reach over and put his hand on Heinrich's arm and look up at him.
Heinrich looks down at Cole's little beady puppy dog eyes. I apologize, Commodore. I lost myself. You know how I am when it comes to our people.
What you say is true. But at the same time, there's men and women here that have to make their own decisions. You can still have your faith in the Royal Navy and choose to make a stand. They're not mutually exclusive, Heinrich. You know in your heart of hearts, whatever we swear that day in the coalition means nothing.
For some of us, that nothing is all we have to hold on to. Heinrich looks around at his crewmates and all his friends. And for some of us, there is more to an oath than just words. That oath included protecting those that needed it, positioning yourself to train those that could take your place, as he looks over at Dax. Those that protect the protectors, Master Cole. Those with knowledge, Master Seagrin. Those with heart, Madam Pepper. And those that do that's just what's right, Master Rajan. And all in all, if I do the right thing or the wrong thing, at least I'll still know who my real friends are through everything. As he peers over at Zoltan, who's been with him longer than anyone. If I have to kneel, I sure as hell ain't gonna like it. I know it's not real, but inside my heart it's real. I just ask you that you all steal my emotions. And just remind me. It's for you. And not for me. And Heinrich's gonna sit back down after standing up, being mad at the idea of kneeling after he just beat a commander who tried to make him kneel.
I mean, what? Can't we? I don't know. There's got to be mercenaries and people, free people. Can't we form our own navy? And Zoltan, you're always talking about getting an army. There's got to be an army, right? We've been talking about it this whole time.
Unfortunately, my friend, the kind of army that the Xerxian Empire already has is insurmountable.
It's got to be an inside job, I guess. It's a good thing I can make myself look like anyone at will.
It's the best I can come up with at the moment. Maybe there are other doorways, maybe there are other pathways.
Guess this will get us the intel. This will at least give us a starting point if we can learn something.
All this leads to Doom Space. But we have to put together one last piece. Even all these old pirates don't have every last bit of the map that we need. There's an old wizard on the edge of wild space. Topola. Old cartographer that set themselves on the edge. A lonely tower on a destitute asteroid. Topola can get us that missing piece of the map we need.
Not sure if I'm keen on asking a wizard for help again, but that's the only way. You can trust this Topla fella?
Do I trust her? As much as you trust wizards, my friend. But if we don't get to Doom Space, we don't know what we're up against. So I'm willing to make this happen. Even if all we do is get information out to everyone else. Well, maybe, just maybe somebody else like you saves another 50 people from where they came from. And I think we can agree to that, Heinrich.
Aye. Defend those that need defending.
For the greater good.
For
Well, that
those that can't
sounds-
defend themselves.
All fine and dandy. Commodore Crux. I assume you'll be wanting to do this on the 101st day from now.
Caladra. You know I'm a man of my word.
It doesn't sound like that right now. One bit.
I didn't invite you to the room for a reason.
It doesn't matter that you didn't invite me. Better yet, you know that I could be here if I wanted to. So you look to go back on our lease. Just when I have a shot at making it. We just got this thing back together again. It hasn't flown in 3 years. And you decide now.
This isn't up to me, Felladra. I'm sorry. You know I never intended to break a lease with you. You know that honor and your word is all that you got. We all have to put our hopes and dreams behind us.
No, you see, that's not true. Because you're not. This is all you've ever wanted. Just one more shot. One more piece of the action. Ever since they sent you home. This is about as much about you as it is anything else. Throwing out plans of espionage. Just how are you going to get around? They couldn't even get you to the second wind. They had to corral you like cattle. They fought every last one of them off. Never even made it back to your ship.
I'll receive the tongue lashing that I deserve. I understand.
No, you don't. And Felage is gonna slam the door and walk out of the cabin.
She makes a point. There's not much in it for her.
Well, she's got to understand that there won't be anything left if we don't do something. 101 days from now, it could be the Rock or another planet. Or they could take her ship, this ship. Just
There
gotta
is
understand.
another. Master Dex, please forgive me. It is yours. But there's always the Dark Star.
I mean, I kind of like it, but
If you're trying to get in good with them, what's the chances that we can be described specifically? We could return the ship and tell them that we're coming in good faith to join them.
Oh my god. Are you proposing that we dress up like astral elves?
No. Sympathizers.
Maybe a group that just sees how useless
People just
fighting would be, and joining the winning side is the better option. Opportunists, as it were.
Master Rage, and I believe the word you're looking for is what you've been trying to call us since we've met.
Pirates, even.
We can say we stole the ship, and we're bringing it to the Empire.
so
Or simply returning it to the Empire.
we're gonna tell them that we stole their ship and now we're returning it.
We
No,
stole it from those who stole it.
from those who stole it first.
Exactly.
We're pirates, so we want a reward.
Or even better, we could ask to be commissioned by them to pirate on their side after pirating back the pirated vessel.
Heinrich, still upset with the idea, knowing this is the only plane he can think of, looks over at the Commodore. Because sometimes our own personal beliefs need to be pushed away for the greater good. Someone taught me that.
I want everyone to realize that this is punching a one-way ticket.
Weren't we going to anyway?
I hadn't planned on dying in some place called Doom Space.
I don't plan on dying either. I don't think any of us plan on dying. If you really want espionage to work, Commodore, you said it yourself. You have to be 100% in, or it doesn't work.
You must risk it for the biscuit, as they say.
Aye. We must sell it.
Need every hand we can get. Need every vessel. I just don't.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
I'll put a D6 on top of that.
Put some cheese on that bitch.
21.
Two.
No, it'd be 21. 4 and 17 is 21. The 9 shouldn't have been there.
Roll the 5.
You rolled.
Oh, I thought I rolled a 5. My bad. 22, you're right.
You're right, Heinrich. Here I am asking you to break your oath unwillingly. Well, I'm so freely ready to break mine again in front of you. It's not everyone's war to fight. If they choose to join the fray, then so be it. They deserve the right to know and to make their own call. And if harvesting metals from the far ends of the asteroid belts is what they see fit, then that's what they see fit. It's not for me to guide their light. It is hard as an old gift. Still searching for home. Yet so far from the answers. All you ever wish to do is protect that thing for others. The ones that know, the ones that hold it, cherish it. Well, I may not have come from the Rock of Brawl. I love it like any other family member. And I have called it home for many evenings. This is what we must do.
It is, but there's only one thing we need to make sure of before we do it. As Heinrich walks over to Dax. You rightfully took the ship. It was taken from you. You got it back. It's been named, it's been christened. I cannot guarantee you can get it back again. You're the captain. It's your call. And then Heinrich looks at Dax in his one good eye. I see the man behind that mean demeanor. I just ask that you use discernment in your decision.
I mean, I've already taken it from them twice. I'm fairly confident if I need to do it a third time, then we'll take it a third time.
Ah. Master Dax. Our crew is going to be in wonderful hands whenever I finally retire. And he pats him on the back.
Thank you. I'll be a captain one day.
So our plans are laid forth. We will return the second wind to Felradra's command, as if it has never left. We'll inform them of our plans. And then we will board the Dark Star, headed for Topolis. Master Heinrich, before we leave, what should we experience
on the Rock of Brawl.
The rising light out in the east. The children singing in the streets. The mead flowing from the barrels. And he looks over at Madam Pepper and Rajan and smiles. And possibly even enjoy yourself some people of the night.
Like vampires?
Master Rajan. Enjoy yourself while you can. Go for a swim. Have a drink. And just listen. Listen to the children. Listen to the whales. Listen to the ships going in and out. Have an ale in your hand. Have someone on your arm, a warm bed. And let it be a late night into a brisk morning, for we may be going to hell, but guess what? We're the ones that are going to be bringing hell to them.
The second wind passes back over. As you can see several of the stars rising up and over the lake on top of the Rock of Brawl. Drifting towards it and all that welcomes that Heinrich has talked about.
Shall we set her down there one last time?
Take your time, Commodore. She'll be yours again one day.
Indeed. Let us enjoy ourselves like the days of old, Heinrich.
I would like that.
As you can see Commodore Crux walk out, take his hat off, and immediately go over towards Feladra and flinch. And you can see him having that conversation. Moment of reconciliation. Even a few tears. As you can see Feladra get back on top of the helm. And you can feel yourself slowly drifting down towards that clear blue water.
One last port call, shall we? Right into the dip. After all, the old lady's got a drink anyway.
You can see the tendrils and roots extend out as we begin to head towards that life-sustaining lake. You can see the small mom and pop shops that all line it up. The people that you talked about. You can even see the alabaster white palace across from it. and the stars shine over the top of the lake. As you're about to settle in for one last slice of home.
Well, this should give us time to go through our supplies. We were able to gather several of their weapons. See what else we can take with us.
Make sure it's extra piratey for Master Ragin.
Arg.
Young Master Seagrin. I'm assuming this is where you get off?
Well, I haven't been to Wild Space in many years. But if I can help save 50 people like you did, then maybe my talents can be of use.
You may be small, easily breakable, petite, but you're hard to hit. I'll be glad to have you.
Did he just call him petite? I've never heard something more demeaning since manlet. That's right, Sigrid. You're our golden little chicken nugget. You're stuck with us now.
Well, not all of us can be big and bulky and block every shot. So some of us have to be nimble. I have my tricks, as you have your shield.
And Master Dax has his face.
And a big fucking cannon.
However, before we take off, I must say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, as I told you before, Captain Elena and I were close, but I had reasons to stay behind. And, well, I mean, maybe she'd want to go with us, but I doubt it.
When you say close, how close do you mean?
I think what he's trying to say is he's gonna go back and reload that sniper rifle, if you know what I mean.
Ah, good show, Master Seagrin. So only your stature is small. I understand now.
Well, I mean, if it comes to that.
Well, go on.
As Sigrid will hop off the ship and search out Captain Elena.
As we splash and hit into the port finally. I want you to make a series of rolls.
Performance check. Wink, wink. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Love is in the air.
So this is how this is gonna go. All right. You are essentially courting her into this conflict. So you're trying to reconcile with the past and convince her to join you. $14, $16, $18.
It's all in the hips, 40. It's all in the hips.
Persuasion, performance are your choices.
They're both +5s, so.
What about animal handling?
Heyo.
She is a
Bit of
beast.
sleight of hand. Bit of sleight of hand.
Maybe some medicine.
See if I can do anything to aid myself in this.
Yeah, use protection card.
I appreciate that.
Listen, I just don't want any more weak-ankle children walking around this rock.
Well, hey, that was Ragnan. Thank you.
Oh, I'm
Wrong
sorry.
wrong character.
A bunch of petites.
It's go time, buddy.
All right.
As you all see Seagrin slide down Captain Hook style from the rigging, heading over to the snow cone hut. Lazy gators.
Cole sits with his like face.
Pretend I'm her and stare into my eyes. Tell me how you feel.
16. As we all stand back looking at the conversation.
Well, she hasn't gotten up yet. That's good. Right? Nor has he been slapped.
I have faith in him, Zoltan. Helm couldn't have done him that wrong to be so tiny without any charm.
We give trust in our short king.
Much trust.
Maybe too much trust.
As it looks like there's a long pause in the conversation. 16 pass. Almost there.
Master Cole, what do your eyes see? Do you see the same thing I see?
She's not moving. She's still holding her snow cone.
Wait, I have an idea. Master Agent, come here. As he,
You want me to transform into a woman and be his wingman?
as he
No.
brings Master Agent
Horrible
over,
idea.
he's like, fireworks.
Oh, yeah, no,
No, all of you, this is a horrible idea.
no fireworks.
Horrible idea.
No, he's got to do this himself. This is his own war.
We'd have all these. Master Dax, you should have gave him the pep talk. We saw what you do with bugbears.
Bigger.
I mean,
Got this. He can do
to be
it.
fair, I think the bugbear mating rituals are much more simplistic and probably animal handling.
Shut up, Agent. I'm watching here.
For this last one, I'm going to use an advantage card.
Knock her up.
Oof.
Oh,
Guys, what's wrong?
Oh,
I will lucky it. So let me get rid of advantage.
did you push your chair back?
Lucky just
You'll be all
rerolled.
right.
I don't.
You rolled the 7.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
That's a hag! That's a hag! That's a hag!
Heinrich high fives Dax.
Look where his hands are, too. That's not like a friend hug. That's like a hug.
If she had a
With-
tail, you'd be grabbing it.
That 20. Succeeding on your reconciliation skill check. The Moon Dancer will now aid you, as you will have both the Dark Star and the Moon Star at your disposal, headed towards Topolis.
See, Heinrich, I said he could do it the whole time. Had faith in him. You wanted me to throw fireworks. You gotta let these things blossom naturally.
So you're gonna do it now?
I mean, I could. Gives you a lot
I
of
mean,
fireworks.
they're hugging. They're hugging. Do the fireworks.
No, all right, you got it. He's just gonna throw up one little lightning bolt that pops into the sky.
Do I notice that comes from the ship?
Just as you turn back around to see those fireworks go off for the rest of the party, ropes shoot up and over the top, pulling down the Spelljammer held in place.
Attention, Spelljammers! The second wind is now under the possession of Rhaegar, the Ruthless. Make no attempts to fire engines. We will jam them immediately.
What's
As you
the
can
meaning
see,
of this?
rising up and out of the crystal waters, alabaster galleons appear. In the one in the center, you can see one Triton up on top of the crow's nest.
They've already started to make their lot. You see, this is why. Rhaegar's probably already made a deal. He's probably already went to save this whole place and save his hide. He's joined the coalition.
You've already had to give it up on a lease. You're not gonna lose it to some actual pirate. I've got you, brother.
Man the battle stations. We're not going down like this. Not by a fucking long shot.
And next Sunday, you will pick up In Combat with Rhaegar the Ruthless, the current leader of the Rock of Brawl. Let's fucking go!
This episode was awesome.
For a story not about pirates, there's a lot of piracy going on.
What a show.
Great RP, you guys.
Oh.
Outstanding. We had a big crowd tonight. We had to really throw
Had to bring
the
it.
story up a notch, you know. Rhaegar the Rootless.
Rootin' tootinist.
Let me tell you what. Rygar doesn't look very ruthless in his picture. Actually,
Is he
okay,
small?
no, it's somebody else. It's somebody else.
Is he petite?
Oh. Oh God, it looks horrible. Oh Jesus, what is wrong with these tridents? Oh my God. This is gonna be interesting. I didn't know about these fuckers until I read the end of the chapter. Looking to see, I was like, all right, so we're going to. It was like, we got a good RP episode. We're heading to Topla's. We'll see. We'll talk about like whether we're gonna do espionage or not. Oh, we got sold out. If you do defend the Rock of Brawl, they sell you out.
Oh wow! What a freaking
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to kill him and take the rock as well.
So
We'll sell the rock.
I will have everybody's weapons updated. Anybody that can have a longsword will have one with the radiant. You'll have your lightsaber essentially. I will have those on the sheet. Will be big loot. I will be planning loot for next Sunday. 100%.
Would I be able to
Everyone's
have it be a rapier?
Never.
Oh,
A rapier lightsaber. Yeah.
Let's go. That is where we will pick up next Sunday. Big moves. Love y'all. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday for the end of Eberron.
Let's go.